Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of the New South Wales Dave. I'm Cricket Captain 2024. Today we continue off with a Sheffield Shield match. Now obviously so far this season, unfortunately, we've been a bit pants. We've not had the greatest start to the season. We have not won a single game yet out of 5. And we've been close a couple of times. We've been beaten quite badly a couple of times. You can kind of tell from this here that Queensland have got a much worse net run rate, and we're not far off of Victoria either. And we haven't won a game, so it does show that we're not getting absolutely wiped off the pitch. But we're not winning games, and we've got to win some games. Even if in the 50 overs in the One Day Cup, it's not so much about getting the top 2, because I think that's gone now. But it's just about kind of trying to rebuild and get some pride in there. Try and win a couple of games just to show that we can do it. Whereas in the Shield, we've got 10 games total, so there's a long way to go. Today's episode is going to be called the 4-session limit from Chester. We are going to implement an idea, which is no matter what, if we bat first, we're gonna declare after 4 sessions, no matter where we are. And the idea behind that is this is all from Chester in the comments of the last episode. Long time commenter on the cricket videos. Mad respect. That if we keep batting, we bat 5 sessions or 5.5, and we get to 400 very slowly, we're basically accepting a draw is the best we can do, rather than declaring after 4, getting bowling and trying to win. And I do agree. So that's what we're going to try and do today. That is what we're about here today. So the team we're going to pick, we're going to look at the current season averages. I think we've got to get Atkins in there because we know how good he can be. It's difficult though. It's difficult to know where to put him. I think for Ward, maybe going in at 3, not bad. Maddison's in there. There's no one really kind of super knocking on the door to get a chance here. Conditions say, oh, you might want another spinner, but you definitely want to bat first. Dorcius has not bowled well in that last game. You know what? I'm going to give Sangha a go. Got Dowland, Saltzman. Green is there, who offers that's a lot of batting. So that's what we're going to go with. And we're going to see what we can do. We're going to bowl first. Okay, well, I said I wanted to bat first. The 4-session limit will still be in place because when we start batting first time, we're still going to try and implement that kind of limit, which is can we bat a little bit quicker, not be so worried about, oh, there's a boundary, not be so worried about kind of conceding runs, and just be more focused on, let me actually pause and think rather than try and play and think. We're still going to implement the 4-session limit because whenever we start batting, let's say we skittle them out in 2 sessions, fine. We bat to the end of day 2, 4-session limit, and then we go in again. You don't want to be completely kind of rigid on how you play, but you do want to be playing for the win. That's the big part that we're trying to focus on. We need to be playing for the win. And this is a very good start from our bowlers here. And unlucky there to not get a wicket, but then the next ball edged and gone. A really good start. We've got them 16 for 1 after 10 overs. That's a really good start. Okay, we're going to rotate. Parsons is going to come in. And Saltzman's going to have to take a break. And we're going to bring on Sangha, who might go for some runs. But if we get another wicket right now, I'll be very happy. Oh, it is. I thought he dropped it. No, it didn't carry. Okay, Sanga, this is going to be his last over. I think I'm going to go to Chris Green and kind of just keep rotating. It's not out, fine. Because the pace bowlers are obviously going for less runs. But if your spinners can get some wickets, like that, well done. Or it's brought in an aggressive player. We can go back to our pace bowlers who opened up. Just to end this session, hopefully with... Well, that's another wicket. 59 for 3. There we go. Ooh, all right. Okay, Clark. Okay. That's how you want to go about things. Clark is going to get aggressive. So I'm going to feed into that. I'm going to say you can have a bit of aggression. Okay, we're going to go out wide then and see. We've got to get rid of Clark because Clark is trying to rebuild and do it with a counter-attack. There we go. See you later. You got your 50. That's true. You're not getting any more. Dowland to Henshaw. Straight to Maddinson. Takes a flying catch. Here we go. Oh, unlucky. Okay, let's go to Sanga. We've got to kind of keep our bowlers as fresh as we can here. Because you see, Victoria are batting at about 3 and over right now. And they're losing wickets on the regular. Okay, Dowland, you're going to swap out again. We're going to go back to Parsons, who hasn't really bowled that much. If we look at our bowling card, we've really focused on our top pacers because they were bowling really well and they were getting wickets. Spinners are also getting wickets. Parsons not so much. Oh, it's a no ball. Unlucky. But that economy is very good from Parsons as well. So, oh, unlucky. Okay, 3 minutes left. Let's just get to the end of this. Try and get one more if we can. Not quite. And that is T. Okay, 198 for 6. So I think the natural thing here has to be to go back to our pacers. Our number 1, number 2, Dowland and Saltzman, and try and wrap this up quickly. There we go. Perry's gone. That brings in O'Neill. Under edge, inside edge, gone. Okay, they can keep going for a minute because I think we can get these 2 wickets. Come on. Oh, it's just gone past him. Yeah, new ball. Oh, that's actually a little bit frustrating. Just trying to wrap this up. Oh, come on. Okay, we're going to aim at the stumps then. Okay, there we go. There's one. We're going to aim at the stumps and try and get this done. There we go. Okay, so we've got them out for 253. Everyone got wickets, which is great. All the economies are pretty strong as well. 4 for Saltzman, 253. And what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and bat somewhat aggressively and take this to the end of day 2. Constas is, yep, gone. Early doors. Maddinson, do not. And get to the end of the day. There we go. So, we did... Losing Constas in the first over is not something we were after. Let's be honest. 5 balls faced. But now we start again. We're going to try and bat today and build a lead and then get bowling again. If 2 batsmen get 60, that's half of it done. If 3 get 60, if 3 get 50s, you know, we are in business. We are on top of this game. We want a lead by the end of the day. And they've started much better this morning. And they've already gone to the spin. Atkins, how are you giving away your wicket like that? There we go. Hackney goes big. Okay, Maddison's working really well here. I don't really want to mess with him. But I need Hackney to get a move on a little bit. Without getting at what is going on at the other end? Why can no one play? Constas, Atkins just can't get going. Maddison at the other end, loving life on 30. Needs someone to stick with him. Just someone to stick it out. Is that someone going to be Ed Jarvis? Let's see. Maybe. There we go. There's a boundary. Well done. But now, don't do something silly. Now you've got to stick it out again. Okay, it's wide. You've kind of played it at it. I want to up the aggression with Maddison, but if we lose him, it's a really devastating blow. He's literally on 40. We've got 70. I can't up the aggression with him. It's too risky. Whereas with Jarvis, I feel like I can. Because if he gets out, well, okay, fine, we'll replace him. But if Maddison gets out, it's a tough game. Well done, Maddison. Okay, good stuff. 50. That's one of the 50s done that I wanted. Jarvis is gone. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. No one is able to stick around with him. And now Maddison, oh, he's got away with that. I don't know how he's got away with that. Great shot from Howells. Okay, if Maddison loses another partner, then he'll have to start going aggressive. Not out. But until that happens, he can stay as he is. And Howells is actually backing him up. Okay, that's good. Because we're only 146 behind. Don't forget, Victoria did not score that many runs total. You know, we bowled him out for 250. We could have bowled him out for less. Round the corner it goes. 4 runs. And there's lunch. And the gap is only 136. So this partnership working well together. If Maddison gets out, then Howells goes more aggressive. There we go. He's gone literally third ball after the... Get your head on. Get your head on. My word. What do you want from me, guys? What do you want from me? They can't do it. They can't do it. What is this? What is this? From top quality state level batsmen. What is this? Now it's the all-rounders trying to get us to some kind of total so that we're not 100 odd behind. Yeah, leg byes. Okay, now we're just playing it as a one-day cup game, honestly. They get to a certain point on the settled bar, we attack. We keep attacking, we try and get to 250. But I doubt it. For stuff like that, that's why I doubt it. What are you playing on the back foot there? Why are you trying to cut that? Even then, I'm like, why are you trying to cut that? There's no need. This is where a lot of my frustration comes from this game. You know, we weren't playing aggressively. We weren't playing, like, overly aggressively, but no one gets settled. Maddison does, and then as soon as we have a break and he comes back, he gets LBW on a straight one. It's like I I really don't I don't know. I don't know. Shot. Green's playing well. He's on 33. He's kind of rescuing this as best he can. Sanga alongside him, trying to also. Oh, get dropped. Okay, so do not play an aggressive shot, Sanga. No more. You are there to keep. Okay, never mind. Change that. You've got to go aggressive. 188 for 8 with our batting lineup, with the numbers we have of an averages of like 20 and 30 across the board. They should be getting more than this. Sanga just pad up. There's the ball. Just pad up. Ridiculous. Oh, that's a 4. Good shot, Dowland. And again. All right. All right, Dowland. Go for it. See what you can do. Oh, dang it. Okay, 206 all out. That is a pitiful performance. We didn't even get to the 4-session limit. Now we're bowling again. We're 47 runs behind. And yeah. Absolutely ridiculous. Day 2, session 3. Okay, Sanga's going to bowl at one end. And the Pacers are going to rotate it at the other. They're batting at... Yeah, they're not batting like outrageously quickly, but they are 96 ahead. Oh, that's in the air. And it's taken. There we go. That's a loose shot. And we've taken advantage of that. Nice. There we go. Good. Oh, Sanga, can you get 2 and 1 over and really flip this game? Yes, you can. Well done. Okay, we can't let Clark do what he did in the last innings. And he can't because he's gone as well. This is... I mean, it's good that we're taking wickets, but the problem is that I'm still, like, absolutely terrified that we're going to get skittled out for, like, 4. Okay, we're on a hat-trick. That's pretty good. No hat-trick. Okay, fine. Sanga's bowling well. I'm going to bring on Green to kind of keep that rotation going. Back to Dowland. And we're just going to try and get these wickets as quickly as possible. There we go. There's another one. Now this is very not good from them. You know, like we're actually bowling well, getting wickets. And that's the end of day 2. That's the end of day 2. And there's been 26 wickets fallen. What? That is more or less an absolute joke. And we've just got to try and wrap this up and then chase. We'll have plenty of time to chase if we are not throwing our wickets away. Oh, here they go. Now they try and go aggressive. Okay. Because they're a little bit more set. It won't last. They will make a mistake. There we go. Straight back to the bowler. And we're going to bowl at the stumps against this tail enders. Well, they're not really tail enders. Well, but we're getting there. But, you know, Perry's gone 27. That's a fair knock. We're going to get the pace out. I mean, that was a wild delivery. Inside edge, taken. Outside edge, taken. One to get. Dowland to Denver, bowls him. And we would need to chase 193. But the problem is, you look at that scorecard, you go to Victoria first innings, 253, 206, 146. You can see the gradual decline of these innings totals. We have then got to buck that trend and try and get to just under 200. So let's do it. Okay, well done, Contest, for surviving that one and getting through. All we need is 200. That means we need 20 from 10 batsmen. We have 11. And this is a very solid start. We do not need to mess with anything just yet, because we are now 48 with our loss. And like I said, we only... Okay, you've been stumped, but that's 20. So that's 20 from Maddinson. That's done. You've done your job. Atkins comes out and needs to do the same thing. Atkins, what are you doing? The good thing is, Constas has managed to get nearly 40. Inside edge, gets away with it. Hackney, is that necessary? I'm not sure it was. I've upped the aggression because I don't want us to get sucked into this playing defensively and getting ourselves into a hole. And even then, Constas tracks one, inside edges it, and it goes nowhere. There's T. 114 required. And every time I click, why are we not watching the highlights? That's why it's going so quickly. We don't have the highlights on. There we go. Thank you, Jarvis. I wanted to see a boundary. I wanted to see something. 120 for 3. This is where we should have been. Not Hackney just getting bowled off a straight one that's not really done much. I don't even think he played at it. Yeah, well done, Howells. 60 odd to win. Oh, the reverse comes out. Well done, Howells. Jarvis has batted well, but we just got to get over the line now. Please, just get over the line. 60 to win. They really know how to freak me out. Jarvis, what are you doing? Padding up to that. Like, oh, just please. Why? No edge. 54 to win. Okay, so let's just quickly look at what I was saying. So I need 20 from 10 batsmen. So we've got 20, 20, 20, and 20. So we've got enough going so far. But if we keep going at this pace, it's actually going to be really close. There's 20 from Howell. So now I need 20 from Parsons. That's the end of day 3. We're into day 4. We got 39 to win. I need 20 from Parsons. There's some of them. There we go. He's halfway there. I think he's on 11 or 12 or whatever. And there's another boundary. Lovely work. Okay, he's on 15. Okay, good. 17. Howells is doing well as well. And that is good. Okay. 18 to win. All right, we've got to get over the line from here. If we don't, I'll be... Oh, my word. Howells, why are you even tracking it? You don't even need to do that. Parsons. On 17. Puts it away. There we go. There's the 20. Okay, now it moves down to Chris Green. And everything that Parsons gets is a bonus. Green, we need 9 to win. Would you please just behave? Not out. Oh! Leg buys. What's that hit? You can't be giving away 4 buys when the game is on the line like that. Oh my word. Okay. Look, that was a much better performance with the bat, especially the middle order. Constas obviously recovered from the bad first innings. Atkins poor in both innings, really. Not good at all. But that middle order won us that chase there at the end. So we finally get a win. We take 7.04 points. We're still at the bottom. But to be fair, there wasn't going to be much well, we could have got more batting points if we hadn't like kind of crapped out in the first innings. But in terms of bowling points, we are with the others. So our bowling is pretty good. Our batting struggles, but we got over the line in that game. We are 1-1-1, which is, well, look, it's the most balanced start it could be. Good improvement on training for a lot of players. That's good. I want to click continue. I want to see more of that. We go into the One Day Cup. Are we now at a point where we can have more than one episode? Sorry, more than one game per episode? Not yet. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 more episodes of single matches. Then we've got a Tasmanian double in the Shield. Or maybe even a triple if we include the Victoria game. Why is it like everything doubling up like that? It's really odd. It's like... It's Victoria, Victoria, Queensland, Queensland, Tasmania, Tasmania, Victoria, Victoria, South Australia, South Australia. Like, it's quite odd. Yeah, not sure about that one. But the Sydney Sixers, so that starts in December and runs through to January. So we've got... Oh, okay, that makes sense. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then the double, so 4, and then it goes into Sydney Sixers, which is obviously T20, and it's all the same. So we'll play multiple games per episode as we try and do well in that tournament. But ultimately, yeah, like it's really, really weird. And the problem with this save is that this season, which is actually season 4, I think it is. Yeah. What? How can I not remember that? It's a little bit odd because of I had to reset the save because I lost the save, so I had to sim forward. Anything that I was working on, all the players that I might have grabbed or whatever, I obviously lost. We've had to reset. So it kind of feels like season 1, where you're more or less building from the bottom again. Obviously, we're not, because we're on season 4, but that's what it feels like. Which means losing these games, I'm like frustrated, but also I'm having to kind of try and make myself understand that this is somewhat to be expected, because I've had to reset the save. So any work I've put in, I've actually lost. You know? It's quite difficult to kind of keep that balance in my head, so to speak. The other games, look at that. Queensland beating Tasmania with a big first inning score. Replied pretty well. Set a target, bowl them out. And the target was like 370 or whatever. So that's a lot of runs. And that's a big win indeed. And then South Australia 411, and then Western Australia with a reply, and then once again South Australia with a big innings, and there's a couple of tons 50s, and look at that, that's a top order to really bash you about, and then bowl them out for 70. That's what's going to do it. That must have been close to the end of the as well. So that's more or less one day. That's so a day in a session. So you're looking at day 3, session 1, when this inning starts. So you've got to survive 2 sessions, and you get bowled out in 22. What? That's really weak. Like, look at the amount of batsmen who faced less than 20 deliveries. I mean, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not counting the not out. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then only Bishop, who managed to stick around, and even then not for very long. That is genuinely atrocious in the last innings there. Wow. Even we haven't been that bad, which gives me a little bit of hope. Anyway, next up will be Victoria in the One Day Cup, guys. We'll have a couple of episodes continuing on with the 1 game per episode. Once we get into the Big Bash, we'll be able to play multiple games and really rattle through them, which will be great. A little bit of progress on the series, and then we'll come back. And when we come back, which is in February, we've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, and it will be Sheffield Shield, One Day Cup, and then you know what? I'll call it now. We'll finish with a 3-match run to the end. All of them home games. so we can really try and choose what we want to do with the pitch on those Sheffield Shield games. Like maybe we'll go with a spinner's pitch and we'll play Green and Sanger and the other one, Sinfield. There we go. I was going to say Nisbet, but that's actually not, obviously, Niz, Sin, the other way around. But if we could go for that, we could genuinely try and just be like, okay, we're going to spin you to oblivion and try that instead. So thanks for watching, guys. Tell me what you think about that plan, if you think it's a good plan or not. It's a plan. You know, you can't go in without any plan. So the 4-session limit didn't really come into play, but I'll still call it that because that was a good idea. And I will recognize that maybe going into a couple more games later on. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.